Hey everyone. So I'm going to give my boy Roy Diaz a few minutes to join in. Hey Lydia. Hey. All right. So I'm going to give everyone a second to just join in. And we're waiting for Roy Diaz to join in so we can really get this discussion started. How is everyone? I'm so happy that you guys are joining me today. Thank you so much for being here. It means so much. Today we're going to be talking about how to lead yourself, how to connect with your inner leader, okay? So I'm going to give my boy Roy Diaz a few minutes just to join and more people to join in so no one misses out on this discussion. Oh, I see Roy. Hey,
What is going on?
what's up? How are you?
Relaxed.
Relaxed. Yeah, you look relaxed. You look good. So, can you tell everyone a little bit about where you're from and what you do?
Of course, Chris. So me and Chris are actually really good friends. We met at an actual in the mastermind a couple weeks back, and I'm from Chicago, Illinois. I'm an up and coming influencer. As of now, my theme is mainly motivation, but I also give a lot of life hacks, a lot of technique strategies to help people really just better themselves, personal development, man. And I really my main message, Crystal, and everyone here is I want to show the world that you can take your life from meaning nothing to make it meaningful and live out your dreams, man.
Beautiful. I love that. And for anyone who's new to my channel, who's not sure who I am, I go by the name of
Please.
ItsCrystalSun. I am a music producer, singer, songwriter. I actually live in New Jersey. And I'm a recent content creator. I create videos on YouTube and I talk about how to tap into your creative genius. I'm all about creativity and learning how, teaching people how frequency communicates with you through your heart space. It's so important that we learn how to communicate with frequency. So that's a little bit about us. I really want to get into this discussion about how to lead yourself. So I'm going to let Roy start since this was his topic choice. And another thing, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to comment and let us know. And we will definitely answer all of your questions at the end.
Definitely. Definitely, man. We're here to help, guys.
Yeah.
So I guess I would like to start with, to me, having that leadership from within, Crystal, and everyone. I really feel like it starts with, and it might sound cliche, but it's easier said than done. Really being true to expression, to really being true to expressing who you really are.
Right.
So, for example, if you're at a restaurant, right, and oftentimes we get recommendations from the waiter, and oh, this is the most popular dish, and etc.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Now, you never know. For me, I always question the motives. I question everything. So you never know the motives to why this particular dish is being recommended.
Mm-hmm.
But it goes to something so small like that, Crystal, to where just staying true to what you already know you wanted, what you know you were gonna get, and you don't get sidetracked by somebody else's opinion, and you stay true to yourself by still, politely, of course, looking at the waiter, uh, uh, smiling and nodding, and still not giving a fuck and ordering what you want.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So when it comes to, I guess, connecting with your inner leader, what I like to look at it as is, you have to really dig deeper. It's much deeper than just, okay, I'm this leader and I'm going to be successful at what I'm doing. It's much deeper than that. It's connecting within, it's connecting with yourself, with your heart space. It's finding a way to connect with yourself and connect with loving yourself. It's all about self-love. It's about
Right.
connecting with your authentic self. And it takes a while to get to the point where you can feel comfortable enough, loving yourself without judgment. Okay. And once you can get to a point where you have complete compassion for yourself, that resonates out to other people. Other people start to pick up on that. And I feel that's where the true leader comes out and sort of blossoms out of you. Okay. So not to get too deep on things, but I was CEO of my own company, back in the day.
Right.
And at that point, I feel like it was more ego based. It was how powerful I can be, how much money can I make. It wasn't, it was more based on subconscious programming. So what I was programmed to believe growing up, and what I was programmed to believe is make a lot of money, be famous, get rich, and whatever, and hustle hard and work hard. And as the time went on, I went out and I did succeed at these things, but with the wrong mindset, with the wrong mentality. I was not connected to who I truly was. And once I was able to peel away those layers and connect to who I truly was, it was just such a different feeling. And that's why I gave up on being CEO. I gave up on, back in the day when I would model and I would act, because I was approaching it from more of an ego standpoint. Okay. And now I'm at this place where I have so much love for myself, and I put out this love even into my music now. My music has changed so much, the frequency, the tones, everything. Before it was just more about how can I make money off of my music. Now it's about how can I raise people's vibration with my music. Okay, so it's so different. So we go through these stages and we start to change, and based on that, based on connecting with our authentic selves, that's what allows us to be a true leader in our lives, and not be afraid to step forward, and not be afraid to make decisions for yourself without needing other people's acknowledgement, because you have all of this power within you and you connect with it so deeply.
Yes. Yes, you really. But you see, Crystal, how you had to go through all that. You had to go through that personal development. You had to go through that ego death, in a sense, getting what you want and realizing that it's not what you want because it's outside of you, right? It's
Right.
an it's external happiness. But I promise you, right? If you were to look back now, look back from now, you have different core values from back then to
Right.
now, right? As you said, the reason
Absolutely.
why
Right.
you create your music now is way different. And
Right.
that also, Crystal, trust me when I say that also goes into what kind of leader you are, right? Like, look at you now, like, and everybody can relate to this, like the person that they were 5 years ago, 4 years ago, has different beliefs, has different value systems,
Right.
but there's everything had to change to make you a better leader, to make you a better person, man.
I totally agree with that. Everything has to change. Being a leader, things shift and change, but there's a difference between being a leader and feeling like you're superior and you're above everyone, versus
Yes.
you're a leader and you're working with others, because that's what it's really about. It's about you connecting with others, not so much leading others, but working together, and having everyone be their own leader and coming together, making these decisions that way. And when you can truly connect with that inner leader inside of you and work with others in a mindset of compassion, in a mindset of I am being true to myself, I'm being authentic to who I truly am, it's so much easier to lead that way. Versus it's so stressful when you have to lead based on your ego, and based on your subconscious programming and what you were taught to believe growing up.
Very, very, Crystal.
So please, I would love for you to share some of your experience, in the past, of like, you know, how did you shift going from, I know you mentioned that you owned a gym and you had a gym and you had to be a leader in that situation. How did that situation help you to grow as you were going through your awakening process?
So that's a very good question. That's a very good question, Crystal. Basically, I put myself in a position where many few people would prefer not to be in this position, and it's sink or swim.
Right.
I was either gonna make it as a trainer, as an owner, or I wasn't. And I had no choice but to rely on myself and my abilities, what I've been through the last 4 years. And but again, there's, I knew I was gonna make it, even though I was swimming against the current, because I already had made up my mind. I had this conversation with myself
Mm-hmm.
where I decided no matter what happens, I don't care how much I suffer, I don't care how much pain I go through, I'm gonna make my dream a reality. So I put myself in a situation where I had to rely on myself and I had to believe in myself. And I did it. I did it. But it might have not ended the way that I wanted it to, but I did what I said I was gonna do. I became an owner, I became a trainer, and I lived out my dream, dude. Like there's no, like I got again my dream car. And even though that's still like ego based, it's like, yo, I did this. I accomplished this, right?
Right.
You start having all these wins under you, and you start gaining self confidence. You start putting yourself in situations where your back's against the wall, and you have to make it out. Like there's no, you either you do it or you're screwed, pretty much.
Right. And I'm sure we've all been there. We've all experienced that. And for me, the whole ego mind of, I need to accumulate these possessions and things in my life. I feel like there's really nothing wrong with that. You should have all the things that you want to have in life. You should have all the things that you desire. And this is part of connecting with your heart space and manifesting, allowing these things to come into your life. Being here, experiencing, being a human is it's more about connecting with your true authentic self and putting this energy out, attracting what you desire into your life, people that you would like to interact with into your life, and really taking hold of that leadership role, and going out there and not being
Right.
afraid to be who you are, not being afraid to just step out. If you have a business idea, go after it. If you create music, what are you waiting for? Create a song. It's all about experience. In our whole life, no matter who you are, we all have this inner leader that is just waiting to come out. I like to call it my inner creator. I feel like it's the same thing, leader, creator. You
Yes.
can create your reality. You can create what you want in your reality. And what I like to teach is your heart is the most powerful electromagnetic field in the human body. And when you put this energy out through your heart space, especially with intention, the frequency, the vibration that you put out is so powerful. Other people will pick up on it. So say you put out the intention of, I really want to be able to make an amazing song today, which I do often. You put that out, you receive this energy back into your field, and this information, all this stuff is just pouring through you, and you're able to create some amazing projects. So it's more about the law of attraction and connecting with your true authentic self. That's the only way you are able to attract what you truly desire into your life. You have to be in alignment with it.
Align yourself to receive, my friend.
Right. Align yourself to receive. Um, so yeah, Roy, please feel free to share any information, anything that you were thinking of when it comes to owning, your inner leader.
Yeah, Chris, I guess I would have to say, if you really want to learn how to lead yourself, if you really want to be a leader in your industry, you can't be afraid to fail, and you can't be afraid to take risks. Every experience that you go through, you're gonna gain knowledge, you're gonna gain wisdom from it, and that's how you grow. So in the formula, experience equals growth.
Right.
And that growth is going to help you level up, right? You're going to become a savage leader, and it's already in you. It's just finding that part of you, bro. Going through the trenches, walking through the mud of life, and going through that hell to activate, to really see what you're made of. And
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna find out as you have, Crystal. And I've seen, I've heard your story, and you just said your story. Like you got to go through all that, man. You got to go and you got to experience that to really find out who you are and the kind of leader you are. You know, are you gonna break under pressure, or are you gonna be emotionally resilient?
Mm-hmm.
You can't you can't just you can't just give up every time adversity hits. And I truly believe, and with every adversity that comes, there is an equal or greater opportunity waiting.
Absolutely. Yeah, I do believe that as well. Um, Another thing I wanted to bring up is how do you tell the difference between, you know, what your heart is telling you to do and what your ego, what your mind is telling you to do? How do you feel this out? You know, like a lot of the times we take on these leadership roles and we make these decisions based on, most of the time it's based on the mind, what the mind tells us to do,
Right.
which is mostly connected, like I said before, to subconscious programming, to what you were taught to believe growing up, but it's also connected to the ego, right?
Yeah.
So you're going to make a lot of ego-based decisions if you're not aware and conscious of this, and you're going to make decisions that are not going to be in true alignment with you, and it's going to end up making you feel stressed out, like you're overworked. You know, it's going to make you
Oh
feel
yeah.
happy, it's going to make you feel depressed. We can all relate to this, right? So it's about being in tune with your body at that point, right? Like I said, the heart is the strongest electromagnetic fields in the human body. How do we feel the heart? How do we know the heart is communicating with us? How do those ideas come in? For me, it
Mm-hmm.
comes in as a feeling, and the best way I can describe this as is like when you listen to music. I create music, so when I listen to music, I feel something in my body. You know, when you listen to some songs, it may make you feel emotional. You feel anger, you could feel sad, you know, you could feel happy, you could feel compassionate. And the heart has a similar way, the frequency that comes in has a similar way of communicating with you. And when you are able to train yourself to pick up on how frequency is communicating with you, that is where you make your decisions from. It can also come in the form of a picture, of a number, of a color, and that normally pops up in the mind's eye. It's different. It's much different than thoughts that just pop into your head. Normally thoughts that come into your head are, it's something that you've already done before. It's something that you've already figured out. Your brain can't figure out how to come up with new creative ideas. That comes from your heart space. This is where
Yeah.
Einstein, Tesla, all of the world's top geniuses have found a way to tap in and create these new amazing, ideas and inventions. Okay, so we have to really be aware of the type of frequency, the energy that we are putting out, that we want to connect with. It's a law of attraction. This is how the law of attraction works. Okay, it's not, let me just talk about like what I want, let me just put out these affirmations and just hope this shit comes into my life.
Right.
No, it doesn't work that way. I'm sorry, guys. It does not work that way. You have to align with your true, authentic self. You have to be in alignment with this energy. You have to feel it like an emotion, the way I'm so passionate about this right now, because I know what it feels like. I have been there. I do this on a daily basis. We all have the ability to do this.
All of us.
Okay, all of us. All of us have the ability to do this. Once we pick up on this frequency that's coming into our fields and we're able to connect with it, feel it through our body, allow it to communicate with us, continuously download this information and make decisions based on that, that is when you're truly happy, my friend. That is when you are truly fulfilled and you live a life of abundance. That's when all the magic happens. And that's when you step into that true leadership role. Okay, that is when you are a true leader, because you are in control of your life. That's what it's all about. Not being in control of other people's lives, not being in control of whatever you want to be in control of. It's about you owning your shit, being in control of your life. Okay, living a life of abundance.
100% hot. Wow, that's amazing, bro.
So yeah, I mean that's really what it's all about.
Wow.
You know, you gotta feel it. You gotta feel it. You have to be in tune. It's so important. I love to stress this to people, but we all have this ability. We really do. And it's much more easy than you think. If we can train ourselves to make decisions based off of our brain and our ego, then we can make decisions based off of our heart space. We can find a
Exactly.
way to tap in and learn this. This is some secret knowledge shit that was lost a long time ago,
Oh
that is not
man.
taught to us in schools. It's not taught to us by our parents. It's not there. It's inside of us. We have to dig deep and really learn how to connect with this. Okay, I have been through a lot in my life. I grew up and I didn't have the most amazing life. Okay, I didn't grow up into a family that was rich, into a family that loved me. I did not have an easy life growing up, and I grew up and I had to learn the hard way. Okay, I had to learn the hard way, and that's okay. Now guess what? I'm fucking happy. I feel amazing because I'm realizing that all of these, my story and what I told myself and who I told myself I was, it's not me. It doesn't matter. You know, I was born into this world um, under, you know, very unfortunate circumstances, but that doesn't define who I am. That's not inside of me. That's not my
Exactly.
soul. That's not my essence. It's just my physical form, and it's just my fucking brain and what people were telling me and what I absorbed and what I stored in my brain. It has nothing to do with who I truly am. And that's what this is all about. You know, stepping into your true self,
Right.
into your creator essence.
That's exactly what it's about, Chris. Damn, people needed to hear that shit, dude. You
So
know, Crystal.
we have some questions too, if you want to scroll through and maybe read some questions as well. But yeah, continue. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh people, yeah, hey guys, I love the interaction, man. Shaba, brah. Oh my God. Hey, Angelic. It's all love. Thank you, guys. Thank you for being here, man. Do we have a question? You guys tips for attracting more clients. Ooh, yeah,
That's
we
it.
can go. Well, let's see. Definitely starting off with having the intention, man, for sure. Intention. I actually unveiled the Matrix. I actually manifested four personal training clients in one day from 2 weeks, though, 2 weeks of manifestations, of manifesting and working on it. I would literally, dude, I did it old school, man. I would visualize, I would feel good 3 times a day, and I would just keep saying it, man. Like, I love my new clients. I love my new clients, and I started taking actions subconsciously. Like I would just be, just be walking, and then I'd have like a thought, hey, why don't you do this? And okay, so I would just, I would listen to my thoughts, but setting that intention, dude, it's so powerful, man. And again, it's an everyday basis. I feel like the biggest problem that people have is keeping it on their mind. You gotta have it on your mind every day. It's an obsession, man. And you got to know exactly what you want, man. How many clients do you want? If you can even go as detailed as the kind of personality that you wanna have as clients. But that would be my take, man. Just keep it on your mind. Feel good. Feel positive. Know that it's coming. Anticipation, my friend.
Mhm.
Anticipation. Know that it's coming. And again, put a number. But most importantly, man, feel good, bro. You gotta feel good every day. That's a daily goal, dude.
Yeah, I agree. You have to feel it. You have to align with it. It has to become you. It has to become, I don't know if you ever practice creative visualization, but you know, some people do. Some people get to a point where it doesn't work for them anymore. They need to visualize a different way. But a great thing you can do is every single day, you know, create a vision for yourself in your mind if you're able to visualize well, and live it and make it very real. Okay, what are you drinking in this visualization? Are you brushing your hair? What does the fabric feel like of the sofa you're sitting on? You know, make it as real as possible. That way you trick your brain into believing this as becoming real, as something that has already happened and it's taking place. And what it does is it sends out signals, frequency out. I'm telling you, frequency, it works. Frequency will start to go out, and you'll start to shift the frequency around you, and you will start attracting these things into your life. It's almost like magic. It really does work, but you have to be consistent with it, and you truly have to align with it and believe in it. That's the number one thing. That's the law of attraction. That's how it works. Okay, you have to, okay, I can't stress enough. Like, you have to find a way to feel it, let it become you. Okay, have fantasies like I'm sure you guys know how to fucking fantasize. Like, have fantasies like it's happening right now. Okay, you know, and it's your reality. You're owning it. And then just watch, things will start to shift, things will start to happen. People may hit you up and give you these ideas, and you just want to say yes. Anything that comes in, you just say yes. Say yes. Don't say no. Don't block yourself. Okay, say yes, and then just keep moving forward and keep those visions going for yourself.
Perfect.
Yeah, be it before you see it. That's right, Jen.
Yep, Jen.
Yeah, be it before you see it. Exactly.
Oh man, I just wanted to add a little practicality, Crystal, for because some people, you know, they might. We all have an individual. It's funny though. We all have an individual way to connecting with our source, connecting with our heart, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the way that I've used it, and I've been able, and it works for me. Maybe it'll help others as well. I, since I'm in the field of personal development, I have to have practicality, right? So something practical that people can use is whenever you're in a situation where you can't dictate what thought is from your ego or your heart, ask yourself, bro, what would love do? What would love do? What do I know to be right? And you're gonna have that response, and you're gonna be, again, like you said, be able to feel which thought is aligned with your heart center, man.
Right. That's great. I mean, yeah, like you said, everyone is different. Not everyone can visualize, and everyone is going to have a different way, but it all boils down to the same thing, right? We want to attract what we want into our life, right?
Yes.
So
And it's amazing, dude. You know, that's what makes us so unique. We have our own way of connecting with our source, and that's how we show the world, like, it's okay to be you, man. It's okay to love yourself in different ways, and to communicate with yourself in different ways.
absolutely. Right. All right, brother. So that was good. Do you want to add anything else in?
Do we have any more questions?
Can you take a look and see? I'd love to answer more questions. If you guys have questions, leave them in the comments.
Jillian, yes, love those tips. Do you only think about it, or do you write it down as well? I do both. I do both. A new technique that I learned a couple of days ago that I'm trying out now is visualizing it, vocalizing it, and writing it down 3 times a day, but
Mm-hmm.
3 times each sentence. So 3 sentences, that for that one time, and then again in the midday, I'm gonna write it down again, and then again,
Yeah.
and again. You see the pattern. You're keeping it on your mind. I'm feeling good. I don't have any doubt. Like, I really don't, and neither should you, man, because this is your dream. How do you lose in your dream, right? There's no reason why you can't manifest anything in this life. So that's a technique that, yeah, writing it down is powerful. Again, you're activating different neuron receptors within your brain by using your fingers. It's way different than typing it out. So I would definitely recommend writing it out, Jillian. So I hope that answers your question, buddy.
And
What do you
everyone
think?
goes through different phases. So I used to write things out, and I don't do it anymore because it doesn't work for me. I don't connect with it. So, and then I went into visualization, and then I got to a point where it's like the visualizations were just not, I wasn't connecting. It wasn't working for me. So now I actually visualize, and I know this is going to sound strange, but it works for me. It might help someone out there. I visualize in color and in frequency. So that way I'm not necessarily putting my own story to it, and it becomes more flexible. So you're more open, and it doesn't matter how it happens. You just have to have an idea of what you would like to happen in your life, and you feel it as a frequency, as a color. You visualize this color, this frequency, and it literally manifests into your life that way. So that way you're not like having this vision, right? And it's playing out in your mind, and you're like, if this is not happening the exact way it's happening in my mind, then it's not happening right. And I feel like we all fall into that trap sometimes, right?
Yes.
So I stopped that. Now I pretty much visualize color and I visualize frequency. So that's just what works for me.
Love the variety, bro. I love the variety.
You guys got some variety.
That's awesome, Chris.
All right. So any more questions, guys? Thank you. Thank you, friend. Thank you. I know we got to see
Yes.
that.
Any final messages, Chris?
Final messages, be true to who you are. Remember that you are not your mind. You are your heart. Okay. And tap into that heart space. Remember to love yourself. It's all about self-love. It may sound corny. You may hear that all the time, but it really is. Taking care of yourself first allows you to love others. Don't judge yourself. Don't be hard on yourself. And own who you are inside, and own and peel away those layers. Don't be afraid to peel away those layers and connect with your true authentic self, which is where your creator self lies, and where your true leader lies. And once you can connect with your true leader, your true creator, you can pretty much manifest whatever you would like into your life, because it's not based on your mind, and based on subconscious programming, and based on your ego.
Bravo, man.
All right. So thank you guys for joining. I'm going to wrap up now. I really appreciate all of you who joined today. We love all of you guys. Hit us up. Send us messages. Let us know, how you liked this. I am going to save this video, and we'll have a replay up ASAP. All right, guys. Bye.
Was there one more question, Crystal? I think.
One more question? Oh, check. Let's check.
I think Angelic said there was one to check the question box.
Question box. Oh, I got a question box. Okay. What are your most divine desires, intentions for the fall and the winter? Let's see. What are my divine desires for the fall and the winter? Hibernation, because I don't like the cold. But I'm trying to think like my divine desires. Divine desires. I don't know. I can't think that far ahead because I'm so in the now.
I'm the same way.
I'm like, what am I gonna? I mean, could you kind of? Who asked this question? Oh, here we go. Angelic manifestation. Could you elaborate a little bit more on this, please, my friend?
Yes, please, man.
Because I'm trying to figure out how I can answer this. I'm so in my moment right now.
Start a blog.
Start a blog. Want us to answer this question in a blog and take some time to just think about it? I think that's yes. I think we should start a blog, and we'll take this question as like a topic, and then we'll really think about it, and we'll come up with like the best answer ever.
Sounds good, dude.
All right, guys. Well, any more questions, guys?
Yeah, man, we're here for you, dude. For all of you.
What plans would you like to see come to fruition by the end of the year? Oh, what plans? Oh, man. What plans? That's secretive, man. I can't say my plans out loud. I'm secretly manifesting them right now. Secretly.
I got a couple of things, Chris.
Yeah,
I'll handle that, man. As of now, I keep having these visions of traveling the world and speaking. So for me, within this year, I have to, even if it's not speaking, it's doing what I love, Angelic. So I have to be traveling the world within this year, and just having that complete financial freedom, complete bliss, complete other level, a whole other level of ascension, man. I have to be a whole other, I have to be even more in tune with my higher self within this year. And that's what I have to, man. Like again, there's no wishing, like Crystal was saying, there's no wishing. It has to get done.
Yeah, it
I
has to
will
be.
travel the world. I will be a
Yeah.
speaker or whatever.
You are already doing that. You're like somewhere else just doing it right now.
Oh, thanks, man.
It already happened. It just has to catch up. That's how you have to look at it as, right? It
That
just has to
alignment.
catch up. That's all. That's it.
Yeah.
You got it. It's happening. I mean, I want to do the same. I'm going, well, no, I don't want to. I'm doing that right now. I'm traveling the world. I'm on my jet. I'm going.
There we go.
You know, that's how it works. You gotta be lighthearted with it, and you just gotta have fun with it. You know, life isn't that serious. Like, even if you don't achieve everything that you want to achieve, that's okay. Loosen up. You know, this I like to look at life like it's just a stage, and we're all actors on the stage, and we're living out a life, and we're just really enjoying ourselves. It doesn't matter, you know, who you are, gender, race, religion, whatever you believe in. It doesn't matter.
Oh, man.
You know, it's just and it doesn't matter, but it does matter because it's what you're choosing to experience here. So you're living out your experiences, and you're enjoying your life. And I'm enjoying my
Definitely.
life. What about you, Roy? You enjoying your life?
Oh
Is
yeah,
anybody
man.
out there enjoying their life? I hope so. You guys
Life's
better
meant to
be.
be enjoyed, bro.
Plans for music. Still plans for music. Oh yeah, I got some plans for music. Actually, I'm doing a collab with you. I think it's funny that you mentioned that.
That's
We're
gonna
gonna
be sick.
collab. um, I'm collabing with a few other people within the spiritual community, and my music it's taken a big shift. So now I'm making more high vibrational music. The lyrics in my music have more meaning. You know, it's more in alignment with my true authentic self. So, you know, I had to really take a break and come back. So I do plan on releasing an EP pretty soon. Don't tell
Yeah.
anyone. Yeah, I have my EP out. I'm just having fun, man. I'm having fun with my music.
What's
That's
up?
what I'm about, right? To this day. Yes, my friend. Yes.
And guys, like everything that me and Chris are doing, like it's nothing special, man. Anybody can do what we're doing, but it's that belief that separates us, you from anyone, dude. Like just believe, bro. Just believe. That's why I have a bracelet on my on my hand. Any
Just
anytime
believe. Yeah. It's a good
anytime you
reminder.
exactly, Chris. You tend to forget sometimes when you're going through those dark moments, like nah, dude, I've been through this, I've been through that. Like fuck that. I'm not letting those 51,000 negative thoughts try to come in,
Exactly.
dude.
There's so many different methods to just keeping you on the right path. I mean, I wrote "I am enough" on my mirror in lipstick because Vishen Lakiani from Mind Valley Academy told me to do it, and it looks crazy, but it's been really helping. I'm telling you, just seeing that every single day, it makes me feel so much like just more free and confident in who I am, and it helped me to really own up and
Oh,
connect with my authentic self. That's what it's all about, right?
that's right, bro. Sometimes we just need that reminder, Crystal. That's all
We
it
need
is,
the
man.
reminders. We need the reminders. No matter how crazy it makes us look, like having little
All
post-its
right.
all over the wall, all over your fridge, just on your forehead.
Dude, I'll staple that shit.
Stick that on your forehead.
But that's what it's about, man. Being you. Being you, dude.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's all about that's what
Shit.
it's all right, guys. You guys have any more questions? Let us know.
Before we hop out, it is
Before
hot in
we
my
leave.
car.
Oh man, it's hot. Oh, you're in your car.
I was not expecting it. So, Rico Suave today, guys.
All right, I think that's it. So we're gonna wrap it up. So yeah, thank you guys for joining us.
Thank you.
If you missed out, that's okay. I'm gonna have this replay up as soon as I can get it up. And I hope everyone out there, you have a good night or morning wherever you are.
Yes.
Yeah, we're sending you guys much love.
Love, man.
And if you need anything, hit us up. We're here for you. Message me. I'd love to hear from you. You know, let's connect. And if anyone out there, if you'd like to do a live with me, let me know. We can collaborate on something.
Here we go.
And thank you, Angelic Manifestation. I want you to have a good night. Thank you. You have a good night too. And Chase,
Love,
thank
man.
you for joining. Jen. Yeah, we love you guys, man.
So
Thank
much
you.
love, man.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
much fun.
definitely
All
reach
right.
out to us, guys, if you have any questions, man.
Yeah, let us know. All right.
All right,
Peace.
Chris. Till next time, guys.